Hey everybody, this is Lorelia, and today I am actually going to do a video. I tried to do a live stream about this topic the other day, but unfortunately I had trouble with getting online. So I'm going to do a recorded video today, and it's regarding getting credit help. Should you get help? Should you not get help? Now, I've kind of went over this topic before, regarding what works best for you. I am not someone who is strongly against credit repair. Reason why is because some people, if they start their journey with trying to improve their credit, a lot of times they get overwhelmed. And what happens is that they say, you know what, I'm going to leave it to someone to help me. And then there are people who, similar to myself, angry, frustrated, realize that there is something over the mountain that I don't have access to, information that is, and that if I get that information, I know my whole financial life could change. And so those people, similar to myself, are interested in getting credit education. I'm not here to say one is better than the other, but this is what I will speak against. And I've always said that I'm never one who goes around trying to see what this one's doing, what's that one's doing in the area of credit. Because at the end of the day, I am confident to know that there are 100 ways to skin a cat. 100 ways. And so I know that the methods and the strategies that I provide to people can help them. Now, is there another way? Of course there is. But at the end of the day, I only focus on what I'm doing. This is the other side that I'm not going to say frustrates me, but I feel sorry for some individuals. So I'm going to warn you. What I'm about to talk about this moment is going to make some people angry. And what I mean by that is those who want to prey on others. And what do I mean by preying on others? Just because you have been successful with getting results for yourself does not mean that you can help someone else. And the reason why I say that is that you want to be very cautious on how you decide to help someone. Now, I always say, and this is what I always encourage people, I feel like when I am teaching people, instead of me giving them a fish, I'm teaching them how to go get their own fish. And that one day, once they have understood, gotten to an area of mastery or on the road to mastery, they can now go take it to the individuals that they know. But see, some people are just preying on other people, knowing that they have not mastered the subject. And now what they're doing is they're planting seeds of doubt in individuals to have them to think that they can do it on their own. And don't get me wrong. I've always said the information is out there. The information is free. It's up to you to go and get it. But understand this. We all have gifts. I just recently finished looking at a video on YouTube with T.D. Jakes talking about gifts. And he talked about how we all are born with gifts. It doesn't matter your spiritual or your religious orientation. Is a powerful video, and he talks about gifts. But this is what I want to say. I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. I'm going to get back to the T.D. Jakes thing. Let me just finish my thought. Some people have the gift to be able to understand that information is out there for free and be diligent and be focused enough to stay on course, to stay on path, to get results. Other people need a little help. And let me give you an example. Right now, I would like a nice a nice wooden cabinet made with nice cherry wood, nice brown color, and I could see it in my mind. And guess what? I can go right on YouTube. There's somebody who will show me how to make from scratch. They will tell me what materials what I need. They will tell me the type of nails that I need, the hammer, the screws, the whole nine. They will show me step by step. At the end of the day, that's not my gift. That's not my gift. It don't matter how easy it may be to put it together, to buy a book, to figure out how it's put together. That ain't my gift. I'm not going to try to put together a cherry wood bookshelf. Just not going to do it. I don't care if someone tells me, hey, Lorelia, it's easy to do. You can go ahead and do it yourself. I know that's not my gift. And that is what I want to share with people in terms of this credit journey. Understand where you're at. The person who is in your ear telling you, you don't need to get no help. You could do it yourself. And that person know they frustrated. And I get this because I recently got an email from a woman who said, I've tried to do this on my own. I'm at a place of frustration. And I'm in your Facebook group, because I have a Facebook group where people can ask questions. The link will be underneath this video if you're interested. And I asked a few questions, and I got a private inbox from someone who said, disregard everything that she's saying, meaning myself, and you can do this on your own. This is what the person's telling them. And but she said, I'll be honest, I need help. And I told her that was very brave of her to do, because most people would have allowed that person to stay in their ear and put them on a road of frustration. And like I said in the beginning of the year, those who show up, credit scores go up. Don't be mad for the work you didn't do. There are people who are currently in a class that I have now. I know that those people are going to get results, those who do the work. And when I showcase their results, there will be somebody who will come behind and get frustrated and get mad and say, how are they getting the results and I'm not? Because you allow a person to get in your ear. That's why I said, just because a person has gotten results for themselves does not mean that they can get results for you. Because this is it. And I've said this with people. I pat myself on the shoulder because I understand I'm planting seeds. I know that I have put enough information out there where people can literally take my videos. And I know people are going to say, well, wow, she's giving us the game. Take my videos, read my blog posts, take my articles, listen to my audios, and be able to get results for them with their credit. I know that for certain. But there will be some people who will still feel like it's not good enough. It don't matter how much free videos I put out there. I have videos out there that are pretty much 30-minute tutorials showing you step by step what to do. There are people who will still email me, inbox me, and say, that's not enough. I need more. At the end of the day, there is nothing that you can do for those individuals, because it's never going to be enough. Because the thing is that some people do not want to take part in their own rescue. I've said this in many videos. Many people don't want to own their stuff. Many people do not want to look at their self in the mirror and say, I am the problem. Because when you decide to go on this road to get yourself educated, you have to point the finger at yourself. See, it's easy to go and get credit repair. And then if the person don't do it, you can say, well, you ain't do this and you ain't do that and you ain't do this. But see, the person doesn't want to invest in themselves to say they need the help. So going back to listening to people, be very leery of people who want to persuade you into not getting help and that you can do it yourself. Because this is what I'm certain with. I've said this to many people who've called me and we've had consultations. You have to understand the game. And it really is a game. Because when I get emails of people who said, I got this debt collector doing this, I got this debt collector doing that, and I don't know what to do, or I think I could do this, I can already tell when they send me these 500, 800 word emails that they have absorbed so much free information, they are so confused. And so I say, be very leery of the person who's telling you to don't get help. Because I already know by reading the emails, them people going to get themselves in a jam. They're going to get themselves in a jam. And the jam is going to be, this is the jam. In a few months, they're going to get sued. In a few months, that debt collector's going to call that debt home. And see, while you were scurrying around listening to someone telling you don't get help. See, it's easy for a person to send someone a private email or social media message and say, don't do this, don't do that. But when your back is up against the wall, it's easy for them to fade out. Because think about it. If you're friends with them on in social media, they can delete you as a friend. And at the end of the day, they don't know you anyway, so they can just fade on out. It's just that simple. They can fade out. I had a guy who inboxed me in my group in Facebook, inboxed me, told me some of the problems that he had, because I'm very transparent with telling people how far I can help them. And I want to put a disclaimer out there. By no means am I here to give anybody legal advice, but I do know this. I know my stuff well enough that I know what to tell people, how to teach them for them to avoid being sued by a debt collector, to avoid any negative repercussions that could happen if they have a debt that they do not pay that is on their credit report. I know that enough. But I also am wise enough to know that if it's beyond the scope of what I know, that I will call a spade a spade. And what do I mean by that? Going back to what I was saying. Gentleman inboxed me, said this what was going on with his father in regards to credit. I straight up told him, you are beyond the place of me to help you. Really, he was beyond that place of anyone to help him if they didn't go seek an attorney. I told him the best thing you can do is seek an attorney. See, I'm wise enough to tell a person that, because there's no need of me leading people down a rabbit hole to pay me when I know that there's nothing that I could actually do. That's why I always tell people, invest in yourself, and I can tell you the steps that you can take. Because like I said, when a person sends me these 500, 800 word emails, they have absorbed so much free information. They are so confused, and they allow people to tell them, don't do this, don't do that. Like I said, it's easy for a person to tell you that, because the only thing they got to do is fade out. Because this is the part, and like I said, this video is not going to be a video that people gonna like. If you feel like you know so much, your experience is so so vast, then why ain't you out there doing the work? See, the reason why I share so much is because I understand I live in a place of abundance, not in a place of lack. See, most people who are in this industry or want to be in this industry or portray to be in this industry or trying to get into this industry or see this industry very small. They think it's just enough. It's just, like I said, I know the numbers. I've did the research. And like I said, I freely give this information out. There are millions of people here in the U.S. that have bad credit, that are in debt. The amount of debt is in the billions. There ain't no way that I can do all the work. So I have no problem when a person says, because I get that. I mean, it amazes me some of the silliest reasons why people don't want to take action. I tell people all the time, if you're looking for fancy, it ain't me. You ain't going to get it here. No, I'm not going to make sure I put on a whole face of makeup and make sure my hair is all done. You ain't going to find it here. There's someone else. That message is for someone. Someone else is doing that. And so I understand that person may resonate with that person. But at the end of the day, going back to what I said, there's enough people here in the U.S. who are in debt, who have bad credit, who need help. I can't reach them all. So I say for those who want to get in this industry, for those who are trying to get in this industry, and for those who are just really misleading people wrongly, go out and really help someone. People always ask me, Lorelia, how did you get into this industry and be able to make and make it a business? And I always tell people, me getting into this industry is by accident, because I never got into this industry to say, oh, I know there's a lot of people with bad credit, let me go out there and make money. And not that I'm saying that it's wrong with that, because some people, they understand that some areas of business is profitable and they go right in and do it. For years, and I always tell people, use your friends and family, and I hate to say this, as a guinea pig. What's the worst thing can happen? They already got bad credit. So what's going to happen? If you try to work with their credit won't improve. So with me, there were friends and family that I was helping for free. And the only reason why I was helping them for free, because I was so on fire to know that this information existed, that I just had to tell people. And that's the same fire that's going on today. That's why I do the videos, because I still know that there are millions of people that I have never heard this stuff. And they love the fact that, wow, you know what? Now I know. Now I know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I just had someone who invested into my class that I currently have going on, and he said, you know what, Lorraine, just from the first class, I was able to get some clarity. Already I had tried some things on my own, and you've clarified some things. See, that's the next step. Like I said, free information is just to awaken you. But when you get to a point where, going back to what I said about me knowing I can't build no bookcase. I don't care how many YouTube videos I watch and how many tutorials I watch. At the end of the day, that ain't my gift. If you know that it's not your gift to be able to take some information and read it and be diligent enough to stay focused to get results, but you need someone to help you, you need that push, then get yourself out of the way. Stop listening to the person who's telling you that you can do it yourself, and go out there and get help. Because you best to believe, if a person is out there truly feeling like that they have your best intentions by telling you that, ask them, what is their track record? What is their track record? Who have they helped? Who have they helped? You know, like I said, just because they can get results for themselves don't mean that they can get results for other people. Like I said, people are quick to give advice. But like I said, when you don't get the results you want, it's easy for them to fade out. Oh, let me just, I delete them as a friend, you know, off of Facebook, or I'll stop following them, or they try to email me, I'll just ignore them. It's easy to, so that's really it. I'm going to sum this video up with that in terms of getting credit help. Don't go into 2017 doing the same thing you did in 2016, because what's going to happen to you, you're going to be in the same situation. You know, your lip going to be curled up, you're going to still be mad, and you're going to just still be just running around in a circle trying to figure this out. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and I know many people talk about the topic of eliminating debt, tackling debt, but a lot of people do not go into the types of debts. And like I said, most of the people that I talk to are in the same situation that I was 10 years ago, or more than 10 years ago. What did I say, in like 2000? So 17 years ago. Charged off debts by debt collectors. That's a whole different animal. And yeah, it's easy for someone to say, just pay it. Yeah, you can. That is a solution. Just pay it. But now, like I said, I'll leave that video for, because I did that video on that. You know, I'm not going to just pay a debt to sit on my credit report for 7 years, because that's really what you were doing. Once you have paid that debt, you have now confirmed that the debt is yours and that you should pay for it. But like I said, I put that disclaimer. I'm not here to tell you not to pay your debts. And I've already did a video on that debt settlement. So that is really it. That's my message for you. Like I said, it's a lot of people preying on people. Like I said, I don't go by no YouTube name that ain't really mine. I have a proven track record, and I have results of helping people. So I'm not somebody who's going by a fancy YouTube name and knowing that you can never find me, and that I'm going to just fade out. So once again, this is Lorelia. You want to learn more about that class that I was talking about, the links will be below. And like I said, I know this is a video that a lot of people aren't going to like, but I got to call a spade, because I just see a lot of people who are they're being misled, and it's really sad. It's real sad. So that's why I said you got to know who you are. You know, it goes back to my example with the carpentry. I can't build no bookcase. I don't care how many YouTube videos I watch. I don't care how many tutorials I watch. I don't care how many books I read. At the end of the day, if I wanted to build a bookcase, I need to sit in a class. I need to ask the teacher, okay, so what I do? Am I knocking the nail in right? Can you show me what to do? I'm going to need all that instruction. I may eventually build the bookcase, but I'm going to have some on the job, on site help. I'm going to have that carpentry teacher right there telling me, okay, lay this board flat, put this upright, do this horizontal, nail it here, paint it here. I'm going to need that step by step. I can't do it by myself. So if I do a video on building a bookcase, you best to believe I sat in a class and someone showed me how to build that bookcase. So you know what, depending on how you watch this video ain't about bookcases, but this video is about getting credit help. And like I said, don't let them people make you confused and you still stay frustrated. So once again, this is Lorelia, and look to do another live where I can ask some live questions, but I had to pre-record this video. So it's Lorelia signing off. Bye-bye.